The Red Bull Rant is a free-flowing podcast with three soccer-loving idiots who don't know when to shut their dumb potty mouths. So listener discretion, yeah, it's pretty much advised.
Welcome, my friends, to the Show of Friends. This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. I'm your host, Jason Iapicco.
I'm Truman, and this is episode 510, the Distracted episode. Because listen, there's a lot going on. We were just talking about car purchasing. We got the Knicks on. There's Stanley Cup hockey going on. There's a lot going on right now.
Yeah, we had literally a 20-minute conversation because I'm looking to possibly buy a new car. And maybe I should have recorded that, or we should have recorded that, but oh well.
You guys, aside from the Red Bulls talk, if you have car questions, you just send them right to us.
Yeah.
I will answer all of your car shopping questions.
As long as you don't live anywhere near him, then you're good.
If you live in New York, just come see me to buy a car.
Yeah. All right, so did not record last week because I picked up a cough. You might still be able to hear a little bit of it. Trust me, you did not want to hear it. You know, my cough is bad at times, but this was bad. So we have three games to talk about. Red Bulls win over Chicago at 3-1. I believe that was the correct score. I didn't double check. Columbus 3-1 win, and then a 1-1 draw in the Derby against New York City FC. No voicemails, but Truman, do you have any reactions on Blue Sky or Twitter to read out?
Yeah, but first I got to confirm these scores. We got to make sure we're doing the right thing.
I know two of them are right.
So 3-1 Chicago, 3-2 Columbus.
Oh, 3-2. Damn it.
Yep. 1-1 NYCFC.
Yeah, I had the wrong. I was still right about two, just the wrong one in your head.
All right, so just a couple posts here. After the Chicago game, our buddy Eddie said, honestly, at this rate, the team is operating on a spinner that alternates 2-1 being shit, looking competent, and somehow they landed on competence this week, which is true, because you don't know what the fuck you're going to get. And then Jeremiah said after the game against the Crew is like, I don't know what plan B other than Julian will score is offensively, but we really need to still figure out that defense. No kidding. But 3 points is 3 points. I guess it's hard to get too nitpicky about a win, especially when you're able to gut it out that way. Nothing after the Smurfs game because really it wasn't that very exciting. So there you go.
All right. Let's get into our thoughts on the game, likes and dislikes. Truman, you go first. What do you dislike the most about these three?
I mean, you and I both predicted losses.
For all three of these.
Yeah. But even after like the last two results, I think we both said they were going to lose to NYCFC because you just had that feeling there's no way. But I'm still going to say my biggest dislike is just losing or like giving up that goal and getting a 1-1 draw at home. You're hoping you can score 2 goals. And this isn't even about how much we hate NYCFC, but you know, you're on a 2-game winning streak. You're at home against a rival. You score early on. You can't sneak one more in to win 3 in a row and get a little bit of momentum against the other team from New York. Like, that would be huge. I would have liked to say that again. Like Jeremiah said, the defense is still fucking all over the place, as we see from set pieces. They're still fantastic. But I don't know. I think that's my biggest complaint. Is you definitely could have had a win and won 3 games in a row.
Yeah, I'll just echo the dislike about defense because Columbus should not really have scored 2 goals. New York City FC should not have scored a 4th set piece goal against us this year.
Yep.
I honestly don't remember the game against Chicago much. I don't remember how they scored, but either way, we literally have not had a shutout since week 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do we need to do here? That's on the back line because had injuries. Che coming back has been an improvement. So as you saw in the NYC game, definitely did play better defensively in that game. But hate to say it, I think the Ethan Horvath bet did not work out.
No. He's been there. That's all I can say. It's the best thing I can say. He exists and he's there.
Yeah. It wasn't a goal, but towards the end of the NYC game, there was that. I think it was a free kick where he came off the line, missed the ball, taken out, and literally only because the NYC player missed. I forget who cleared it off the line, but I think it came off the post or whatever, off our player, and then it got cleared. Mm-hmm. It was just a very lucky instance where a goal was not scored. I hope maybe after this World Cup break things will change, but right now defense is still an issue. I think Ethan Horvath is a part of that. Having a hopefully more stable backline in terms of who our top starters are will fix things. But if we don't fix the problem in net, then it will never ever matter because no defense is perfect. So
yeah.
All right, likes. I think the obvious one is Julian Hall. Just keeps scoring. And how can you not like that?
Julian Hall reminds me of Eric Lindros. Now, against, of course, the hated Flyers team I can't stand, but what Eric Lindros loved to do was he was the ultimate cherry picker. He stood in front of the net, and he was just in the right place at the right time, and that's how he got goals. And that is what Julian Hall is doing right now. How many goals is he going to score being right in front of the net and just the perfect pass coming right to him? And just making sure he's the one putting his foot on it. So that's been huge. But I'm just going to mention Ruval Cabra's been really good now. Picked up a couple goals in these past few games. More of that. He's got a great touch when he scores. His goals look fantastic. So, like Jeremiah said, we need a plan B that doesn't involve Julian Hall scoring. And I'm hoping he's the other guy. And that we can still have Forsberg feeding these guys passes. But he's been good. So I want continued goal scoring from him so teams don't just focus on one guy and then we forget how to score.
You know who Hall reminds me of in terms of just being in the right place at the right time? Bradley Ray Phillips.
Yes, he was always knew the right spot to be, right? Always.
Yep. Honestly, that's not a bad way to play striker. I know striker position people expect now both that kind of a right place, right time, and hold up play. Not everybody has to play like that, and you know what? If he's just a right place, right time striker, that's perfectly fine as long as we have people around him to make him effective.
Right.
That's all that matters.
Right. He doesn't have to do everything. Right. They should have the players that will get him the ball, that are the distributors, right? And Mo Forsberg, those guys. His job, right, should be in front of the net, scoring when the ball's at his feet, and that's it. I don't need anything else from the guy.
Was that your like too, by the way?
Yeah, my like is Ruval Cabra.
Oh, okay, Ruval Cabra. Yeah. Who, by the way, got a he's on the provisional roster he's a provisional player on Mexico's roster right now for the World Cup. So he's not officially on the roster, but he's like first handful if something were to happen that would get called up.
Right. He's like an all.
So that's good to see our guys getting some recognition.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Any other afterthoughts for these three games?
Well, yeah, you and I are completely shocked because these were not the results we expected whatsoever. We were very down on this team, as we should have been. And that game in Chicago was completely shocking. I think that is the result. If we could not, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think they were ever going to pull out a win like that in Chicago. It's against a good team. So I think that was honestly the biggest thing was that result. Good on them. We just want those results to continue. Right, like Eddie said, let's not just go right back into the fucking dumpster, right? And just have these piss poor home results. Build off of this.
Yeah.
Maybe
stop set pieces from scoring.
Right. Oh my God, for the love of fucking God, please. If you do that, you're probably winning a lot more games. Just stopping that.
Yeah. Right. Prediction standings, no change to this. Truman at 5 points. I'm at 2.
You can't get anything right.
I like how both of us were like, we had a chance to change for the Columbus game. We said no. We went to New York City. We were like, no, this is not going to happen.
Right. Yep.
All right. Well, Red Bulls have one more chance to improve their standings prior to the World Cup break. They will take on Sporting Kansas City Saturday, May 23rd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Kansas City. 2026 for Sporting KC has not been great.
It has not.
A 3-2-8 record, 11 points, minus 21 goal difference, 15th, which is last in the Western Conference. I'm about to double check their
minus 21 goal differential.
But unfortunately, 2 of their 3 wins did come in their last 2 matches, so they got a little bit of momentum. No 2025 head-to-head. We didn't play them last year. Truman, you're up. What do you think is going to happen against Sporting KC?
My God, if they get shut out against this team, I don't know. Blow up Red Bull Arena. I think they can score. I think. What do you do? Do we get dangerous? I'm gonna say win because neither of us have gotten points since I feel like the season started. This team's doing weird things that we don't expect, so I'm gonna throw a 2-1 win out there. For no real good reason aside from they give up a ton of goals. They don't score a lot of goals. I don't think that's playing it safe. I don't know. We got to do something different. Someone's got to get back on the board here.
I feel like I need to not do a win just so some of us gets points. If it doesn't, it's not a win. I think I'm going to go. Hold on, let me just double check. How many goals has Sporting Kansas City scored? I know it's not a lot. Here's how many. 13. They are 1 goal a game. Okay. So, based on that, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw because clearly Sporting Kansas City averages 1 a game. I'm not going to predict the win just because I want to be different. I want to get some points on the board.
Yeah.
And I could see, I'd say it, but I could see the Red Bulls offense laying an egg and not doing much against a poor Kansas City team.
They suck.
Yeah. And their last 2 games, they beat LA and Austin, which 9th and 13th in the West, respectively, so take that with a grain of salt, but still, Red Bulls aren't much better. We're 6th, but with 19 points, so. It's amazing, by the way, how a 7-point week puts us up in the 6th.
I know. You'd hope to get more excited that they would bump them even further up, but their form's been so fucking bizarre.
Yeah. The weird thing is, Sporting Kansas City is not even the worst team in the league.
No, that I believe is still Philadelphia.
Yep. We had 7 points. Atlanta is tied at 11 points as a goal difference. So Philly is the worst team, followed by Sporting Kansas City and Atlanta. All right. Anything else for this game?
No.
Hey, Red Bulls 2, last match since we were on the air. 3-2 loss versus New York City FC 2. What's their record? It's 7-2-1, 3 points, a plus 12 goal difference. 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Next match is against CT United, May 24th, 7 p.m. This is one of the independent teams. Yeah, okay, this is one of the independent teams in MLS Next. Connecticut United FC. Technically is the full name. Gotham FC, 3 matches since we've last been on. A 1-1 draw versus Boston Legacy. A 2-0 win versus Seattle Reign. And then a 4-1 loss at Club America in the CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup. Sorry. There's a little bit of the cough coming back. So Gotham's record in the league, 5-3-2, 18 points, plus 6 goal difference, 5th in the NWSL. Let me look at the standings in the Champions Cup. So Gotham FC apparently has already played 4 games in the... Wait, no, this is old, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you, Google. Not updating that. Let's look at CONCACAF's actual website. What? Oh, This is okay. This was the playoffs of the Champions Cup. That was the semifinal that they lost to Club America. They will play Pachuca coming up on Saturday, May 23rd. That is the third place game for the Champions Cup. It's so confusing because I'm used to the men's Champions League being really for us just over one calendar year.
Right.
Which I know is technically not true because the CONCACAF does the men's Champions League. It still starts in the fall, but MLS never joins until the spring.
Yeah.
The big rumor right now for Gotham FC is that they are apparently in talks to move to Etihad Park, which is New York City FC's stadium, in 2028.
Hate it.
A New Jersey team a pure New Jersey team moving to New York.
I know from just reading from what a lot of the season ticket holders are saying is that they locked into season tickets agreeing, I forget, it was like, was it for 2 or 3 years that they locked into this year, and now they can just up and move they want to move next season? There's always
28, so next year would still be at Sports Illustrated Park, and then 28 would be at the new one.
I mean, what they don't realize, and I understand that it would be great for New York City people, right? Easier for them. But I mean, I saw posts from people who come from New Jersey, come from like Pennsylvania, like the Philly area, to watch this team play. So you are losing a massive chunk of fans that do not want to travel into the city for games. So all you're going to gain is people who live in the city, and you're going to lose pretty much everybody else.
And how nice is it that the Murphys, Governor Murphy, is on the board of this team, and assuming this is true, is willing to leave the state that he was governor of.
No, he don't care. He's not governor anymore. He ain't losing any votes.
No, but still. You know what is? Eli Manning's part of this too. I'm assuming this is an Eli Manning thing.
Hey, Eli Manning lives in Jersey. Come on, Eli. Keep him in New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't like the move only because Sky Blue / Gotham's identity has been in New Jersey for pretty much, for their whole existence.
Maybe they should ask the Nets what it was like to move to New York and see how that's going for them.
Yeah, but at least the Nets had the whole "we used to be in New York" thing.
Sure. Yeah, they were on Long Island.
Right, but my point is that they were still technically in a New York team first.
They were.
Before moving to Jersey.
That's very true.
But this would be, I think, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure this is the first purely New Jersey team in history that would move to New York.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't think of teams moving into New York.
Right, the Nets are the only one that did it, but like you said, right, the Nets were originally, they were in New York first.
Yeah. I mean, as we all know from, what's the Will Ferrell movie? About the ABA.
Semi-pro.
Thank you. That clearly they bought their way into the NBA. That's the only reason the Nets still exist.
It's true.
All right. With that, it is time for an F1 update.
And box now, box for hard. Stay out. Fuck! What?
I mean, they're in Montreal this weekend. There wasn't much to talk about since we haven't really missed the race since the last time we recorded. So, race up in Montreal. What really bums me out is that my wife had someone that worked in her building that had tickets and they can no longer make it. But unfortunately, they were offering the tickets to us and we're like, well, one, too expensive. Like, we couldn't afford to go anyway. Plus, I can't, then you're buying a hotel for at least a night to get down there.
Yeah.
So, and it kind of bummed it was like such late notice. I'm like, yeah, I can't change my whole schedule and just spend money, drop money on tickets. I think they were like $400 a piece. I'm like, can't do that. Can't drop $800 just on tickets and then, then go up there, stay the night. But it would have been cool. But I mean, yeah, it's great to have Formula One back again after another little short break. Let's just see more Red Bull improvement, right? I think that's all we can ask for. Ain't winning a title, more improvement.
Yep. Montreal this week, then off a week, and then Monaco, which we all know is all about the qualifying. But then we get Barcelona, which is a brand new track.
Yep.
And yeah, nice to see something. My wife actually might get into it because I talked about this before, where we watched the F1 movie. Now she's interested. This would be a good race for her because of the time. It's not like it's a weird time.
Right. Yep.
Right? I'm pretty sure it's like 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern time. So hold on, go back.
What time?
4 p.m.
Okay.
4 p.m.
Yeah.
So it's a good time for her to be like, hey, let's sit down and watch this race.
Yep.
So maybe I'll get her to watch this one.
And again, they're always over in a couple hours. You're not sitting there for 3 to 4 hours watching a sporting event.
The only time you're there for 3 hours is if it rains.
Right.
It's a lot. Or there's flags.
Right.
All right. Let's move on to the dumping ground.
I'm the trash man.
Well, I'm glad you put it in as the one topic we got to talk about because it's literally the team we're both watching right now, and that is the Knicks. That is the Knicks. What can you say that hasn't been said already about Game 1? That was the most fucking insane thing anyone's ever seen. Being down 22 points with 7 minutes to go, coming back and then outscoring them, 44-11 in a 12-minute span?
A 44-11 run with 7 minutes and change left in regulation plus overtime.
Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely fucking bananas. Bananas. They looked absolutely terrible for 3.5 quarters. I mean, they looked horrible. Horrible. They couldn't hit anything. It was ugly. I mean, it was brutal to watch. This game, obviously, by the time the episode comes out, I don't know what the hell the result's going to be. They're playing well right now, but it's basketball. That can change in a heartbeat. But it's just nice to have a team that's winning, a team that's in an Eastern Conference final, a team that has a good chance to go to the finals, because I don't know what that's like, really. We just don't have much of that. I need this team to be successful because the Mets still stink. I mean, Jay, how sweet was sweeping Philly?
I mean, I wasn't paying attention because I had other stuff going on, but hearing that we swept the 76ers was good.
And it's just humbling them game after game. And then going into their building, and all they could talk about was they wouldn't sell tickets to anyone outside the Philadelphia area. They were withholding tickets, and Knicks fans still showed up and still took that building over and then laughed them out of that building in Game 4. It's been just a joy to watch. And when the Garden is rocking for the Knicks, that place is absolutely fucking insane. So I just want them to go to the final so bad, and then I would love for them to win the title. I don't know if you can beat the Spurs or the Oklahoma City Thunder in 7 games, but this has been absolutely one hell of a ride to watch.
It was weird. A week 2 weeks ago, I was sitting on the Xbox trying to figure out what I wanted to play, and I was looking through some old purchases, and I found I purchased years ago on the 360 NBA Jam on Fire Edition.
Oh man!
Yeah, I installed that, started playing it. Do you want to take a guess at who the players were for the Knicks? There's 3 by default.
Okay, so it's
it was 2011.
So 2011 players.
So here's the thing. There's 5 total. There's 3 from that time, and then 2 quote legacy type players.
So it's
go ahead and take a guess.
It's got to be Ewing and Starks.
Those were the 2 legacy ones.
Yep. Oh, 2011? Oh my God, who was on that team? Was Carmelo on that team?
Yep, that's one.
Carmelo? I hope Jeremy Lin was on that team.
No.
Damn.
I think Glenn Sandy happened after that.
2011. Oh my God, I don't want to take up dead space. I'm trying to think like, God, I know too many players from the 90s and not enough from the 2010s. I don't know. Who the hell could the other guys have been?
Stoudemire and Billups.
Oh my God, Stoudemire, who never played. Wait, Not Chauncey Billups.
Yeah.
Chauncey Billups? He was on that's the guy that decided to put in that game?
Yeah.
Wow. That is what? Hold on. I got to look up this team and see if I can find anyone else.
Because he played for the Knicks in 2011. That's why.
There has to be somebody else they could have had on that roster. I'm looking it up right now. Is there anyone else they could have put in this game? Melo. You could have Landry Fields for crying out loud. Stoudemire. No, that team is yikes.
Yeah, so New York's three was Stoudemire, Anthony, and Billups.
Yeah. Egad. Oh, actually, so Stoudemire played 78 games that year, so he actually played most of the season.
This is how old the game is. It was the New Orleans Hornets.
Oh my God.
Chicago Bobcats.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's much change after that in terms of teams. But some of the other things I've noticed, because there was credits you could buy or credits you would get, and you can buy things.
Yep.
Game, and they had the Democrats and the Republicans. I haven't looked at the Republicans, but you want to take a guess at the top two Democrats?
Well, Obama better be dunking all over.
Oh, absolutely. There's four that I saw. It was Obama. Do you want to take a guess at the other three?
Is it Bill Clinton? Or is it like current? Was it current people like around? And, like,
no, it wasn't all current. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna double check. 'Cause I don't remember off the top of my head.
Because if I'm starting four Democrats, I got Obama. I got.
Okay, so Barack Obama, Bill Clinton was on it. So there was 5 total. You got 2 of the 5.
Democrats. Well, I would hope FDR is just wheeling around on the court.
No, they're all semi-modern Democrats.
It's not Al Gore. Please tell me Al Gore.
Al Gore's in it.
He is? He would have...
He invented the internet. He's got to be in it.
He bores the other team to death. Like, he just falls asleep as he slowly dribbles the ball. All right, I need one more.
There's 2 more.
Oh, wait. So it's Obama?
You got Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and Al Gore. There's 2 more.
There's 2 more Democrats in the game.
Yes.
Well, no. Oh, my God. No way Joe Biden.
Yes.
Joe Biden.
Well, think about it.
He was Vice President Joe Biden.
He was vice president at the time.
Right.
Al Gore was Bill Clinton's vice president.
Yep.
There's one more. You may not get the last one.
Oh, it's because it's not Bill Bradley, obviously.
No.
Because he was an actual basketball player. Oh man. I'm gonna say it was Jimmy Carter.
No. Hillary.
Oh my God.
I think because she was technically a congressman at the time.
Right, or Secretary of State or whatever, right? Like, yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry, you're right. During Obama's, she was Secretary of State at some point.
Yeah. Oh, that is
so the Republicans at the time, there's only 4 of them. It was John McCain, Sarah Palin, George W. Bush, Dick Cheney.
Wow. I mean, Bush could probably take it to the hoop, I would think. Like, he would go in hard.
Let's see, there's also the Beastie Boys.
Oh yeah.
Real Madrid for some reason.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out. I was looking at the players from Real Madrid. Josh Fisher,
Okay.
Pablo Prigoni. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know who he is.
Nope.
Sergio Lull, Llull,
Okay.
and Carlos Suarez.
I mean, that doesn't scream excitement to me, but
It was okay. Here's the why. It's because EA Sports made a deal with EuroLeague basketball, so that's why Madrid got included.
okay. All right. Oh, that makes sense to their basketball team.
Yeah, it's Madrid's basketball team.
Okay, that makes. That's why I'm like, why haven't I heard of any of those guys? But now that makes sense.
But yeah, it's just interesting playing that. And then that game had what they call the road trip mode, so you basically go around, play every team.
Yep.
And there's different challenges. So I had the last game I played, and I had like 4 times to beat it. I was playing against the Orlando Magic, where dunks counted for 3 points, and over-the-top dunks counted for 10. And the over-the-top dunks only happened if you got on fire.
That's incredible.
And I was playing against Shaq and Who the hell was the other guy at the time? Shaq and Dwight Howard.
Oh, nice.
Which literally the only way I beat him was I went and I purchased Shaq and I played as them. Because both of them had dunk stats of 10, so it was really hard to block them.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, Shaq would just turn around and then boom, there it was. He would just turn around, balls in.
Shaq hit a 3 on me, too. Like, what the fuck, Shaq? You're not supposed to hit 3s. All right. Anything else for Dumping Ground?
Yeah, real quick, me and a couple of my buddies at work have now really gotten into playing those, like, geo-guessing games, right? Where they give a location on, like, Google Maps. You got to find out where you are.
Oh, God.
So there is the one I use is called Open Guesser. But if you really want to learn about where European football teams are, you can actually just search for one is literally just English football stadiums. And it takes you from the biggest clubs to the teeniest, tiniest clubs. So if you want to have some fun trying to figure out where all these teams play, oh my God. It's an absolute blast. I actually ended up at Anfield, and then I just started like circling around the area, seeing if I can find all the murals around Anfield. But that's fun. Like, I couldn't even tell you what half of these teams were because they were so small. But I mean, great way to learn about geography. I'm telling you, super fun. Or you can do. I did one that's just baseball parks or football stadiums or world football stadiums. So it's NFL plus actual like soccer teams around the world. And then you just go by what language you think it is. I'm like, okay, that looks like it's from India. I'm going to guess. All right, I was close enough. I was in India somewhere. Or this stadium doesn't belong here. Qatar.
Until you get the one random South African stadium built for the World Cup, and then
they're in there again. They're in there. Don't you worry. Those are all because they have everything, and there's a ton of them in there. So. I don't know. I've gotten kind of slightly hooked on playing those games, just to kill some time. But that's the mode you got to play on English football and just find all those clubs.
All right. I never thought to try this. I may have to. Since you mentioned English football, that reminds me. So EPL, Arsenal won. That's not the part that matters. Tottenham going into the last game of the season, only 2 points away. Being safe.
Yep. So it is coming down to the last weekend.
Yes.
The last game is coming down to it. West Ham got absolutely embarrassed by Newcastle. I watched most of that game. I mean, they were dead minutes into it, and you just knew they were toast. So it's going to be an interesting 11 o'clock.
More than that, I saw this pop up. Tottenham's captain, Christian Romero, ditches the relegation decider against Leeds he ditched the last match against Leeds to watch a match that was 7,000 miles away.
What?
He will also so this week he will not be at the game against Everton. He will be 7,000 miles away in Argentina watching River Plate.
Oh my God!
And apparently. The club obviously let him go, but apparently also did this for a game against Leeds last week too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, going into the last game of the year, Spurs. If the Spurs get a point, they're in safe because there's no way West Ham's making up a 12-goal difference here.
Right.
All they need is a point, and I will say, sorry, as an Everton fan, it's very possible Tottenham gets a point. They shouldn't, but it's very possible.
Right.
So yeah, it'll be very, very interesting watching on Sunday. I have to actually put two screens up at the same time to see this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be fun. Do you want to talk about the other big news going in around English football?
I was about to mention that too.
Excellent, because this is a Bill Belichick move right here.
So Southampton, who were supposed to play in the playoff for championship promotion to the Premier League, have been expelled for spying. Apparently, there's been multiple instances throughout the season where they were caught. Why the EFL even allowed them to start these promotion playoffs?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Because they've basically, I mean, the whole thing got fucked up by allowing them in.
Yeah.
You know who got screwed? You know who got screwed here?
Well, Wrexham was
Wrexham.
the first out.
Right, Wrexham got screwed.
Yeah. But yeah, so Southampton, they made it to this final at Wembley. They're now expelled. They're going to have a 4-point deduction next year. And I think it was Middlesbrough gets promoted now.
Oh, Middlesbrough
to that match.
Plays, it's Hull, right? I think it's Middlesbrough and Hull. I think Hull's the one that, no, who got promoted into it? Middlesbrough or Hull? Middlesbrough.
Whoever they were playing in the finals.
Middlesbrough, right. So Middlesbrough, hold on. Yeah, so Middlesbrough is the team that got knocked out. So now they are put back in. And I believe they play Hull in that game now.
Hull City, yeah.
And they also get a 4-point deduction to start the season.
Yes.
So, which I think is a very soft. I mean, honestly, taking them out of that game is a pretty devastating move right there.
Yeah.
So 4 points. I know it's not a large point deduction, but you getting yanked out of a possible promotion in the Premier League is I would say, quite the punishment.
Well, plus you get a payment for making the Premier League, right? So missing out on that payment.
Right, you miss out on everything. Even if you get relegated, you get those parachute payments. Like you miss their revenue, everything. It's definitely brutal.
I thought I saw something that, like, you get promoted to the Premier League, you get like $300 million or something like that.
I don't know. I know you do get money if you do get relegated back down, obviously, to hopefully support your team while you lose players, signing other players, compensating for losing that money from television revenue and stuff.
So you get roughly $260 million over 3 years because you get immediate boost in terms of revenue from the next year.
Yeah,
the balloon payment going down. So yeah. You don't get a bonus for making it up, but you get other things,
right?
In terms of revenue.
Yeah, because you no matter what, you're getting money from revenue anyway. No matter, you're just getting that from going into the Premier League.
Correct. But man, why risk that?
I don't know. That's fucking crazy. The guy was caught in a tree, apparently live streaming.
Yeah,
it's fucking bonkers. It's so bonkers.
And it apparently wasn't the first time they got caught, or they confessed to other instances, but there was like 3 or 4 other instances where they have reported to spy on other teams.
Yep. It's so crazy. The other thing I'll quickly mention before we wrap up is that Hearts completely choked away the Scottish Premier League title, losing to Celtic in the last game of the year, melting down, and now Celtic are now the 5-time defending champions, which makes the Scottish Premier League boring again.
I think I saw something where like the top flight of Scotland's either been Celtic or Rangers, like 98% of the time or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. Hearts had a chance to show the other teams can win it, and they blew it. So I think now that's all I've got.
All right. So last winners. I'm looking just at the Scottish Premier League.
Results from over the years.
Yeah. So top level, just in general, all of Scotland football history, Celtic has won 56 titles.
Exciting.
And let's see. Okay, so titles won by club, and this is across all of Scotland's history. Celtics in first with 56, Rangers in second with 55, Aberdeen's in third with 4.
4.
So,
oh my god,
that is 85% of the time, according to Wikipedia, Celtic or Rangers have won the top 5 of Scotland, whether it's Scottish Premier League or not.
Yeah, it's bananas. That's so crazy.
And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There have only been 9 other winners of top level Scottish football.
God, that's just straight up boring, is what that is.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand why Celtic fans would be happy, but
of course, absolutely. I mean, one of the guys I work with, he's a big Celtic fan, so he's happy as can be. But it's just, my God, it's boring. I mean, sure, do I want my team winning every year? God damn right I do. But I'll never have that.
No. All right. Wrap this one up. Oh yeah, sorry. One more segment. Truman's terrible team of the week.
That's terrible.
I had to just dig up because we'd been off for a couple weeks, but I think this is the worst score, and that is the aforementioned Sporting Kansas City getting shellacked by Portland 6-0. I mean, that is rough, and that is the team we play this weekend. So if we can't get a positive result out of this, I just don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah, at least that means we don't have the worst score or worst loss of the year.
True.
All right, let's wrap this one up. Patreon.com/Rebel Rant, $1 a month, exclusive content whenever we decide to do it. Maybe we'll do some of that with the World Cup coming up. I want to thank our producers, Jeremiah Dempster, Steven Santos, Eddie Delecto. Thank you guys for supporting the show. Email us, redbullrant@gmail.com. Call us, 973-348-5329. If you want to leave us a voicemail, get your voice on the show. Facebook.com/RedBullRant. Blue Sky @RedBullRant. Dr. Stooge for myself @the Truman for Truman. Instagram and Threads @RedBullRant, @Dr. Stooge, @Truman237. Subscribe to our show via iTunes, YouTube Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. Last words before we get out of here.
Go New York, go New York, go New York, go. And Red Bulls win.
Yep. All right, so for Truman and myself, this has been episode 510 of the Red Bull Rant. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, go Red Bulls and Knicks.
See ya.